Right then, welcome back. SnowRunner, yes, SnowRunner. Been a while. The game's been a mess. Updates and various other things and mods and not working, so I abandoned it for, well, a long time. But it seems pretty stable. We've been mucking about, and my question to you is, does money make a difference? Yes, of course money makes a difference. Does money make a difference in SnowRunner? Not have all the money and buy everything, not unlock everything, not use loads of mods to make the game easier, purely just money. If you were going into this situation in real life, and I use that term loosely, you would have the funds to be able to remedy the situation. So that's what we're going to do. Gaskill Games have kindly given us a mod which allows us to have a large bank balance. Now, I am not going to use other mods to increase grip and do this and do that and do that. All we're going to do is going to have a starting balance of 1 million credits, just like that. It's as easy as that. That truck goes into your truck store, and as long as it's in your truck store, then there you go. Then basically, it means you've got £1 million, £1 million, £1 million spondoolies, $1 million, $1 million something euro, whatever you want. We've got all the DLC, we've got a few other bits and bobs, so I'll sort these out and I'll see you in a couple of minutes. So the first job we've got to do is we're going to take the supply trailer to the farm. Now, it's not a particularly difficult job, it just depends on the truck that you use. Now, as you've just seen, we've got various trucks at our disposal. But what I'm going to try to do is use the money sensibly, not just throw money at every solution, but also try to do it in a way that makes sense logistically. So minimise the distance that trucks run round with no trailers and no load, and try to do it as a logistics / disaster response company would, because they wouldn't just drive around aimlessly for hours on end when they can do it in a more sensible manner. I hope that makes sense, but we will get some of the missions done. We will open up some of the map in this first episode, and then as time goes on and we progress, I will try, and I say try, to give little, and I don't like the word help because everybody plays the game differently. I played it on a steering wheel before, now I'm on a controller because the steering wheel's for Gran Turismo on the PlayStation, and I don't really want to pay to download everything again. You get the idea. But so far, this recent DLC Western Star truck, I mean, it's struggling a little bit now, but so far it's not been too bad. But yeah, as the game goes on, we'll try and give... Oh, do you know what? That music. Bow, 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 bow. I quite like it. I need to steal that for something. We will try and say, well, if you take this here and do that and leave that there, then this will make your life easier. I'm not going to do a play along. I find them a little bit egg-sucky and a little bit insincere. But what we'll do, we will drive around the rest of the map now. We will just unlock as much as we can. So the first thing we're going to do is accept this mission and drag this fuel trailer out. Right, now that's done. A little way along this road, or we'll squeeze past that tree. A little way along this road is that massive trailer full of... Now, are they concrete blocks or concrete slabs? That is the big question. What's bigger, a block or a slab? I think a block is smaller. I think a slab is bigger, although I could be proven wrong. The difficulty here is that the ground is like a swamp. So as soon as we attach this and start to move forward, well, we won't move forward. We'll just... we will just sink to the centre of the earth. Yeah, that's not going anywhere, is it? No, even with a couple of tugs on the winch. I suspect the trailer is somewhat stuck a little bit. And it's one of the little things the game does, doesn't it? Like a little glitch. The trailers... I mean, how much do they actually weigh? Surely the point of the trailer is to spread the load evenly. But yeah, I guess we'll be winching this out then. Well, we got there eventually. I say eventually, we got there just. If we carry on up this road, next is the power line mission. Just turn right before the bridge. We'll get that done. And that is basically... That's the first, like, few missions kind of unlocked. We've got a couple of trailers. I'm going to leave the watchtowers. I'm not going to do the watchtowers now. I'm just going to... basically try and get this wet harvest mission done. We've got a GMC truck to unlock over by the lumber mill. There's 2 lots of lumber by the mill which we'll go and grab now. Yes, lumber mill, welcome. There are the 2 loads, 2 units, 2 bundles, 2 whatevers of wooden planks. We don't have to buy any. And we're going to drag that out. We're going to go and see and activate. Go and see. Go knock on his door and see if he's coming out. We're going to go and activate the GMC because we're going to use both trucks to drag as much back as we can to complete the wet harvest. Now, there's a blue trailer at the back of the village which you need a saddle, low, whatever we're calling it. You need a low saddle for, and that's got... Now, has it got 1 load of bricks or 2? I can't remember. I think it's got at least 1. I'm hoping it's got 2. If it doesn't have 2, then we'll just have to split the mission and we'll have to go across to the factory and get a load of bricks. I know there's a trailer. There's a scout trailer right over by the factory that's got 2 loads of bricks on it, but that's a little bit excessive, and we haven't unlocked the the Unipog 500 yet, but we'll do that in a little while. So that's the 2 lots of wooden planks. We've dragged them out. We'll get up this hill. I mean, it's only got highway tyres on it. It's got all-wheel drive. Yeah, I get that, but it's not exactly kitted out to be dragging itself up muddy slopes. Is it a GMC? Yeah, GMC MH9500. I quite like that truck. I like the flip-top exhaust and everything else. It's quite good. Right, we're going to leave that wood there. We're going to vanish up to the top of the hill, which is to our, well, camera left, but truck right. We're going to vanish up there. We're going to go. Do you know what? I'll drag the planks up with me because I've got all-wheel drive and the GMC doesn't. So we'll drag them up to the top of the hill and then we'll dump them and then we'll go and grab that trailer. It's a 5-slot trailer, I think it is. Yeah, so I'll see you in a sec. Right, that's the wood dumped, and we go straight on, and you can see the arrow. And I'm not bothered about the arrow. I'm not going to go for the ultimate immersion. I'm not interested. I just enjoy the game. It's good. It's challenging mentally. There's a lot of thought goes into it. So yeah, we will get our flatbed semi-trailer. Oh, how many loads of bricks? I think there's only 1 load of bricks, isn't there? So that's service parts, vehicle. 3 lots of service parts, a vehicle service parts, and 1 load of bricks. Right. Well, we'll go and drag these into the town and dump them, and then we'll jump back in the GMC, whatever it is, GMC 5900, 9500 there. Right, back in there. Yeah, objective failed. I didn't mean to activate that. It was a food delivery one, wasn't it? We will jump, or we have jumped into our GMC. I do like the noises this truck makes. I don't know why. It's just very, very, very satisfying. Wood, we're going to pick that up. We're going to drive round to the town storage, and we're going to pick up 1 load of metal beams. Metal beams bought. We are not getting stuff for free. It's a new game plus, which means I've altered the settings. The trucks refuel when they go into the garage, but they don't automatically repair. Fuel is twice as expensive, or 4 times as expensive, and we get a little bit more money for doing the missions. And loading costs £150, credits, dollars, units, whatever we're calling them. Just to try. Not make it more real, that's the wrong phrase, but fuel would be expensive in this situation. You would have a supply of fuel at your garage, but you would have to pay your mechanics or whatever to repair the truck. So auto fueling is on when you go in the garage. Auto repair is off. Fuel is 2 or 4 times more expensive. I will check the settings and I'll put them in the description, along with all the mods. And basically, we are just going to do as many of these missions as we can. So let's get some things dropped off. Excuse me. So wood done, metal beams done. We need 2 loads of bricks. So we've got one on the back. We're probably going to have to split this. And I don't want these to be too long. 20-25 minutes is long enough. I know that people get bored if they're watching any longer than that. I do. If our video's 40 minutes, I'll skip through and see the things I want. But I will spin this round and we will get it back to the garage. And oh, it's just squeezed past there, isn't it? I quite like that ramp as well. I think if they were going to do this in the future, we need, if you go for full immersion, we need like a full-on, like if your truck's in for repair, there's a time limit on that repair, as in if it needs the engine repairing, it takes 2 days or something daft. But trailer selling is on because the standard trailers are absolute scrap. But yeah, we'll get this flogged. We'll get the truck back in the garage. We've got the, oh, what is the truck called that's by the garage entrance that is knackered? It's not a, is it a White Star? No, it's not a White Star. I can't remember. I've been rubbish with names recently. Absolutely rubbish. Couldn't even remember the names of fish that I have in my fish tank the other day when I went to the aquatics shop. Fleet Star, that's the one, a Fleet Star, 2078. It's knackered. So we're going to have to get in it, recover it to the garage, which we'll do now. And then we'll recover it to the garage and it will fuel it. But it's not, I mean, look how low it is. It's slammed on the deck. 2,500 quid to repair it. Done. Look at that. It's got spring in its step now. I'm sorry. We're not going to actually use that. It's not the greatest truck in the world. It's quite small. It does have its uses later on. There's a bit of like a fuel and service truck, but not on here. We'll get back in the GMC. We'll get that in the garage. And then we'll jump back across to our Western Star. And I'm probably going to retain that as well. It's not really got a lot of uses for that at the minute, but we'll sort that out at some point. Clear sound. Some of these, it winds me up that there's loads of missions that you've got to accept and muck about with. The 47X NF 1424. What a catchy title. What a catchy title that is. But we'll get that monster started up. We'll get some fuel and we'll get it back to the farm. Just the one load of bricks. Shame. But there's not really a lot we can do about that. Is it going to drag its behind out of here? It's just started pissing down with rain as well, which is never a nice situation to be in. Now, there is a train of thought that says, well, why have you dragged everything back to the garage? Because you might need to take some of that to other places, and it was probably a bit closer. And you know what? You're probably right. But by the time you put a crane on the truck and you muck about and you've got a low saddle and then you've got to get a trailer, it's just a lot of mucking about. You would pull your resources. You'd work out what was available and you would pull them. Now, whether you pull them at the garage or you pull them in the town or you pull them somewhere else, that's entirely up to you. I just prefer to have everything here, then I know what it is, and you get a truck with a crane and you just load and unload as you need to. The best thing is, because it's a New Game Plus, if you do need to move a truck from one side of the map to the other, you can just recover it. Yes, and so it's cheat. It's not cheating. It's a function in the game. Use it. The game's hard enough as it is without being daft. And you know what? We'll leave it there. That'll be it for this one. Next time we will finish the wet harvest mission. We'll do the power line mission and we'll do a few bits and bobs. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing. All the usual jars, and fingers crossed I will see you next time. Take care. Stay safe. Peace.